Have you always wanted to start your own business? Do you have an innovative idea or an invention, but just don't know how to turn it into a company? Are you already in business and need some help growing? The BRF's Entrepreneurial Accelerator Program can help. At EAP, we work alongside you, helping you with things like financial modeling, funding strategy, pitch preparation, and marketing strategy. So what are you waiting for? Go to eapla.com today and set up a time to talk with our team. Let EAP help you launch or grow your business in North Louisiana today.
Welcome back to On The Cusp. I've got my co-host Matt Snyder back with us again, but we've got Ivy French, and she does all the photography for EAP with us, and every shoot is this hoot. It's hilarious, you know, and you got everybody excited, and because of that, you got to come to on the show and tell us about yourself. But more importantly, when my daughters get married, you're doing the wedding.
1,000%.
Absolutely,
1,000%.
you're doing it. Okay, you get the best.
Matt might be scared a little bit, but I'm in. I got yours too.
Yeah, for sure. You already got that job because you turn every shoot into so much fun.
Oh, thank you.
And the output is so great.
Thank you.
So, tell us about your business.
Well, okay, so it's Ivy B Photography because my maiden name is Brightwell. So then when we got married, I told my husband, I was like, oh God, I've worked too hard to like change this. Can we just keep it Ivy B? And he was like, I don't care. God. He's pretty chill to my ADD self. But yeah, so I own Ivy B Photography and started out doing mostly weddings and then got into commercial photography and realized, oh my God, this is so much fun. And that's, you know, kind of how we hooked up. And then from there, but I can't do stuffy. I have too much energy to sit still. And so,
absolutely, I've been there.
You know, I was like, we got to make this fun. And a lot of people are nervous about photos. So why not make it an enjoyable thing that we can have fun and giggle and laugh? Because that's really when you get the good stuff, you know.
And you can tell when you see it, you're like, oh, we were laughing. We weren't even, you know, that's when the
when
good
you see
stuff.
the result.
I feel like if we start out with like okay, we're going to pose and all that, and then it just gets awkward, I'm like, lean into it. And then I'm going to crack the stupid jokes. And most of the time people think I'm funny. And then there's the times where like I'm at a wedding and I'm like cracking jokes and they're like deadpan. And I'm going, oh God, oh God.
Yes.
I'm afraid I don't know what to do.
Like you circle the name when you get back to your office. But
That's not the picture. That's not the picture you want on your mantle.
No, yes.
Okay.
We want the in the moment.
Yeah, in the moment.
Which is kind of what we built the business
on. The skill
on.
to draw that out is natural for you. You just go into your studio, you do it, and oh, by the way, you got a great location.
Thank
I want
you.
you know, talk about the location.
So was really an outdoor photographer and doing all this stuff. And then as commercial came in and I was having so much fun with that, it kind of became, well, I kind of need a place to go because then I had a kid.
Yeah.
You have a few of those.
Oh, yeah.
Just a few. I know you do too. And they come with so much stuff. And so finally I was like, babe, we've got to get a place. I can't do this out of the house anymore. So I couldn't believe my luck when this tiny little, maybe 900 square feet place came. I mean, y'all were at that first one.
Yes.
Right by Key Mexico in the Madison Park
What the
Business
perfect
Center. Oh, it was just
location,
perfect.
man.
And it had great light, all these big windows. And then as we grew, at the time I had a studio mate, and she was like, she only does, you know Joe Claire?
Yeah,
Joe
yeah,
Claire
yeah, yeah,
Robertson
yeah.
Ross now. So she does all that. And so we were kind of having fun, like collaborating and inspiring each other and all that. Well, then she was like, listen, I'm getting married, having this baby, and this is too much. And I said, well, I'm going to keep, you know, we have photographer friends wanting to rent this out. I'm going to keep Raw, but I think I might make it like a thing, you know, because I don't have to try hard for it. So then we ended up getting into the bigger space that y'all just rent out. And that's like 2,200 square feet, I think. So now we've got 3 studios in there. So we have a newborn studio. And so that's Raw, the studio. So you can rent it out to any creative. If you guys wanted to record the podcast there, you've got that space, all that. But then it's nice because we can do small events there too.
That's really cool.
And with Key there, they're fantastic. You know, we just kind of rent out.
That area
it's fun.
That to me is like when I'm always yelling about Shreveport can get there.
That's the place, right?
That's your example.
It's just so fun.
That was, think about what that was 10 years ago. That was like
I
a
know.
storage unit. It was like that little weird restaurant in there. Like, and that place has just exploded with creatives. And if you blindfolded someone and dropped them in that area, they would think they
would not know they're in
country.
They would not know.
Key Mexico is so instrumental in doing that. And then we came in and we kind of started collaborating. And then as we moved into the bigger space, Relic Barber came in, and then you've got Cabosa there and all that. And so we all kind of just started working together. And then when you have a great landlord, I mean, Jeff's a great guy.
I ran into Jeff last night, and I've known him since right when I came back from college.
Oh, he's great,
I was
isn't
like,
he?
dude, what y'all have done in that building, like,
It's
so
cool.
cool. And we were kind of laughing about it. Like, I don't know that he knew what was happening.
Well, I think when he met me, he was a little like, oh God, who is this artist?
Yeah.
Starving artist, Sitch. And then we just became great friends because he's such a great guy.
Yeah, he is.
And so
He is.
between, now he jokingly calls us his art department because I'm like, Jeff, can I paint a brick wall? You
Yeah.
need a brick wall mural. So then we painted this brick wall, and then we got into it. I was like, I'm never doing that crap again. That's so hard.
Yeah.
I'm leaving it to the painters. So now we kind of rotate out, and we're working on another mural on the space too. So now it's cool because we get to support the arts around here.
Absolutely.
So we get to call in a couple different artists and go, here, we just need to get it approved by Jeff. And
Well, we
he's
think
kinda
that's
cool with
really
whatever.
important for Shreveport. Matt and I go back and forth. See, I'm a job creations guy.
Yeah,
I want
you are.
more jobs.
And you're fantastic at it.
Well, thank you.
Well, and you are too, honestly.
I
know,
mean, I want
y'all
jobs.
both collaborate
okay?
so well.
I want to bring in as many companies as I can, create jobs, and with that, there's culture. I say the more jobs you
Yes.
bring in, the more culture you create.
Yeah.
Matt's approach is a little different. Matt will tell you, you got to have culture first. All right.
It's true, but I think that's what marries y'all so well is that it really, you have that take and you have that, and then it really meets in the middle well.
And really, we play that up and act, but we both know you have to have the other one.
You do.
It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
it's just an argument of I just always go back to in playing the role if I was the CEO and you take me to a city and you take me to lunch and it's this dull, boring,
It's awful when it's boring.
place and the neighborhood looks like 1975.
Yes.
And I'm probably not, I don't care what you can do for my company, I don't want to live there.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
So,
But we want somebody to go to lunch at Key Mexico and then look across, at your studio and go, wow, they're doing a shoot right there. And we can tell stories about that.
Yes.
Okay. Some really
Well, and that's been cool because I did not think about that going into that location.
Yeah, that is cool.
How visible we would be, and then having the big windows. It's almost like a live photo shoot. People get to see how it works and what goes in there. I will tell you though, and I do want to touch on this just because I love that y'all intentionally incorporate culture. Because that's one of the things when I got into photography, I have friends from all over the world. And so they've got all different, from all cultures, all different skin tones, hair types, African American, you've got Indian, you've got Native American, all that. Well, when I was getting into photography, there were a lot of white photographers around here. Okay. And so I was getting my friends of darker skin tones going, can you take my picture, but make sure you see me, not just my teeth or my eyes? And I went, oh my gosh, what? That's a thing. They're like, listen, you're white, you don't get it. But here's the deal. It is such a thing for people of darker skin tones that it wasn't a deal. And I thought, well, I can't have my friends doing that. So we kind of I went into it going, no, we're going to master being able to shoot all skin tones, people of all cultures. And it's then turned into a cool thing because Key Mexico is such a melting pot that now with us there, we really have such a wide variety of all that, and people don't have to worry. I mean, we intentionally got makeup artists that can work with
that's what makes
all
up our
skin
community.
tones. We want to encourage and celebrate that culture of every person we work with.
And that area is so cool because even if you take just the geographical, like, if you drew a circle around y'all, the difference in the neighborhoods in that.
It's so fun.
I mean, that's crazy. So it's like the perfect hub.
Which was cool. And I didn't think about that when we got in there, but it's led to such interesting things. And I've learned so much from all these. And then when we adopted our daughter, we're pretty sure she's not full white. Like, we'll eventually do a DNA thing where we get to see what are you made of, and we're going to celebrate that culture.
Oh, cool.
We think there's some Native American in there because birth dad's in Alaska and all that, and she's got the cheekbones and all that. But it's been cool to also be able to show her.
Right.
We're not going to continue what's been so prevalent in the South with a lot of the racism and the culture shock. We want to incorporate that and make it such a melting
That's
pot
really awesome
and
that y'all can
empower
embrace
her to embrace whatever
Right.
she's made up of.
Well, I think
you
that's
know?
pretty. It's very key for us going forward.
Well, and that's
right?
what I love about both of y'all, that you do that. I think that's pretty cool.
That's great.
You know?
But look,
Everybody
well, let's-
has to realize that we all have to work together.
Yes.
Shreveport is not an easy project.
Yes.
Like, I wish it was. I wish this was
It's
just
not,
super.
though.
It definitely is
And we work
not.
hard, and we've found a lot of success in Shreveport. But it's not
Same.
an easy project. And for it to work, you have to work with everybody.
You do.
And a lot
And
of
You don't
honestly,
have
what-
to
it's not
agree
working.
on everything.
No, you don't.
Okay, you do
Right.
not.
But
It's
there's
okay.
such beauty in such different cultures and different
Right.
things, and that's kind of what I've had fun with is like
But
learning.
that's key to us. If we can build the culture and everybody comes here and they say, holy cow, look at what they got going on
Yeah.
and they can do this here, we're going to grow.
Yeah.
All right.
Me and Dave talk weekly. He lives out in the country.
Yeah.
I live right off Ellerby Road.
Same.
We kind of share, like, we have different ways of thinking about things because of our environments, and I'll kind of update him on what I'm seeing, and he updates me. And like just this week, I kind of walked in thinking about a situation in one way, and in 15 minutes of talking to Dave, I walked out with a whole nother way of thinking about that situation.
That's what I love, though.
And I was so
Yeah.
thankful. I was like driving off, and I called, and I was like, "Hey,
But
we
see,
got to
that's
get
what
together."
my team
'cause it
stresses.
changed.
Yeah.
That's part of what we stress is it's not our job to kill your dream.
No, yeah.
Right.
All right? It's our job to help you make your dream the most successful dream it can be for you. And we want you to do that in
Yeah.
Shreveport. So if
Yeah.
we can build the culture of that
Yeah.
in Shreveport, where look, you're a photographer, you want to start your own studio,
Yeah.
then okay, you
Yeah.
can do it because here's a lady that did it. Okay?
Yeah, and
but
I
you're
came
not just
from-
a studio, you got more
I
cooking.
do have more. I do have
And
more.
what is
So
that? What is
I didn't come from a ton of money. My mom was a single mom, you know, and so it was like, well, I just kind of enjoy this. I thought I was going to be a doctor. Did 3.5 years of pre-med because, you know, same vein. And so now here we are, and the more I got into it, I was like, you know, this is cool. I still watch surgeries and like pimple popping every night to go to sleep because I'm a weirdo like that. But my husband is so grossed out.
I'd have to sleep in the other room.
Yeah, he's like, oh God. I'm like, just look away. But then so I got into photography, and I do, you know, I limit weddings because I just don't have as much time anymore. And I got a kid, I want to be home. But we do mostly commercial now, and it's so fun and it's so fast paced. And then we do family portraits, and I get to know so many different families around here, and it's
Yeah.
cool to watch them grow. But then Raw became kind of an inadvertent business. So Raw the studio was born because there's so many creatives in our area, and there's so many artists. So why not rent it out? You know,
Yeah.
so we have different stations and looks per that. We're actually working on a set today
Oh,
that we're
wow.
building a sort of indoor garden that people can shoot in. And we're going to have a different kind of book wall that's real dark and moody so people can have that look if they want. So we have an artificial light studio. We got a natural light studio. We've got a newborn studio. And then one of my associate shooters, Lindy Smith, loved by Lindy, was on her own for a while. And then her kids are getting older, starting high school. And she went, well, wait, you know, I kind of want to do this too. And I can't do this business by myself because she also breeds Great Danes and Frenchies and has her own photography as well. And then shoots my fine art newborns because I don't have the patience for that. I'll be honest. I'm too ADD for that. I'll do the lifestyle
I
newborns.
was just thinking about when you're talking babies.
Yeah,
I was like,
like-
oh, I bet Amy,
wow.
Ivy gets some babies going, wow.
Oh, I love them. But I do the lifestyle because I know I can't sit there long enough. I'm too ADD. But she doesn't. She's so fantastic at it. These babies are just posed in the cute. You just want to squeeze them. They're just so damn darn cute. I said a bad word. Sorry. But then she was like, well, you know, my daughter Emma's starting high school at Loyola, and gosh, we're not far from graduating. So we thought, what if we've never heard of this in anywhere in the world. I'm sure it's somewhere, surely. I've just never heard of it. And Shreveport doesn't have anything like it. So we thought, why not start Studio 18 Seniors? So now, instead of just your portrait session, that now we're getting seniors that are we want to spring and a fall. We want to see us in both of these seasons and
Right.
enjoy that because you change so much your senior year. We thought, well, why not you get to shoot a month. You get to build your tier.
Oh, wow.
You pick so many events. So maybe we're going to get your last, your graduation. Maybe we're going to get your last chess tournament or your last game. Maybe you need a best friend session. So maybe your whole teammate wants that. So you get to pick and choose how much at different price points. If you specifically want Lindy and I, it costs a little bit more. But if you're okay with us and some of our associate shooters, you not only get the senior portrait session, you get a best friend session, you get that last game. And at the end of it, you get to pick the album and we custom build it for you. So that it really gives your entire senior year and all that you change throughout that. So it's kind of a really custom boutique experience.
So smart. We were just, before you got here, we were talking about the Netflix show Quarterback.
Yes!
And all these are taking that, all these shows, the golf one, the tennis one, I'm watching the Tour de France one, and they're showing these athletes in their real life too. Yeah. And I think you're so on trend, and that to me is the key of Shreveport. We have to see what's happening around us and build our businesses to fit it, and that sounds
that is awesome. Because we always take, every time we come to your studio, we take the group. You know, we figure a way to get everybody in the picture, and then I have them in my office, and sometimes I walk in and go, oh gosh, I sure miss Lainey. You know, because she came here, she did great for us, and she went to something different. Yeah. Okay? That is right in line with where you're going. If I could make a book about EAP and how we transform.
And what a progression, and how y'all have grown. And and that was kind of the thing. What started it was, you know, so many photographers offer, Lindy and I both do it, that, we're going to offer a, maternity, newborn, 3, 6, 9, and 12 month. And so that way you get a whole year of your first life. Why not get those lasts that are so cool before you start this completely new journey that's so really exciting. Cool. Really so, cool. You know, it's kind of fun to see.
Hey, you know what? We'll take another spin on that. When one of my girls get married, from the time they get engaged all the way through the wedding.
I'm in.
You got it.
I'm in.
You got it. Every event, every shower, all that stuff, you go do it.
Now I got to start another business. Here we go.
You can do the same way. This is so much fun. Okay, and you're such a dynamic person, and everything you do, you know, we enjoy being part of it. Yeah, we're going to give you. We're about at time, but I want to give you a comment or give you the opportunity to say, you know, what you think. Okay, because you're a businesswoman in Shreveport. Yeah. What is it?
What's
if
hard?
Somebody,
what's good?
Yeah.
Give us the how we.
Tell us real quick. How do we grow?
I think it's this. I think it's collaboration. I think we've got to set aside I don't want to encourage you because you might take over my business. I think what you guys do, what we're trying to do is we want to encourage this community. I'm specifically in the arts. So we really want to support. So being able to support and having the support of our landlord, you guys, to go, look, we want to help support this community. Let's get these murals up. Let's do that. Let's not have the attitude of, I can't do it, you know, because you might take my business. No, if we collaborate and throw business to each other, that's what it's about. That's how we grow it.
That's where you make your best. And really and truly, that's where your best friends come from.
It is.
Because you're in it together
and throwing each other business.
But that goes back to your community. That goes back to your comment about the community. If we have that type of community, okay, well, then we'll be the largest city in Louisiana.
That are nervous to put themselves out there that are starting. I can talk for the artists because that was me. I don't have a lot of money. I don't know how to do this. Just start with what you got. Start getting to know people. Encourage people. Be a part of it.
I wish I could go back to that time where I didn't know. Me too. That's the best time.
I was too scared.
Don't waste that time because that's the best time.
No,
now you know.
I was talking to Kyle that walked me in, and I was like, he was like, yeah, I want to eventually, like, he loves working with you guys, and he's like, this is so cool. And he's like, but I want to work for myself. And I said, don't stop. And he said, well, in college I'm kind of knowing. And I said, don't say that again. You've got the idea. Go for it.
Yeah. That is awesome. Ivy, this has been so much fun.
I just love you guys. This is great.
Thank you for coming. Okay.
Yeah, thank y'all for having me. I really appreciate it. I'm honored. Really, truly.
Well, thank you.